All right, guys, today, quite a treat. I debugged the mini tub myth, right? So if you're swapping out a rear axle like that, that's actually a Global West. And you've just done a set of DSEs like this, right? So the DSE mini tub is installed with their frame notcher, right? Which gives you quite a bit more wheelhouse if you need it, as opposed to a completely stock. Oh, there we go. Wheelhouse, right? You can see how much room. I'm going to look at that. It's just a gunny roller, but you can see where it picks up the distance because it gets rid of that snubber and kicks that frame rail around. There you go. See? That's how you increase your wheel well clearance or your wheel well size on the inside, right? Because this rail is moved in that way about that much. Well, about that much, right? It's an inch and a half or so, which usually allows you to run, you get a 355, maybe 350, maybe a 355. But I'm telling you, if you do a car like this, let's get a better look at this car. Oh, bear with me, guys, bear with me. If you do a car like this 67 right here, which is a full DSE, this is everything DSE sells. Aluma frame front, JRIs, Aluma frame, DSE rack, AP racing, DSE brakes. Like this is every single part they sell. It's got the subframe connectors, the rock. Well, they don't do the rocker boxes, but we do the convertible rocker boxes, the rocker or the convertible center pan, and it has DSE mini tubs in it. The problem is when you put a DSE mini tub in a car that is not going to be all that low. This is about, that's not actually ride height because the tire's in droop right now from the Quadrolink. Okay, so if you look inside this wheelhouse, the tire will never travel like that. When this car's at ride height, the tire's right about there. It's really nice, right? These are 17-inch 355s. 315s, sorry. 17, 350. Yeah, 315 17s. We wanted 17s just because it's, more the muscle car look. A little more rubber right here. Anyways, doesn't matter. This tire on this type of suspension will never climb to the top of the wheelhouse, which is right about here. Like, you don't have enough suspension travel to go from here to there, right? It's not an off-road car. So this tire will go from here to maybe there. That's the max suspension travel. So you don't need all that open space up in there. Now, if you are going to run a fold-down rear seat, it will not fit in a DSE car because this is where the mini tub normally sits, right? Let's take a quick look and we'll show you the difference. See how we had to cut the back seat area all up to get the tub in, right? The whole floor was cut out right there and right there. And then you kind of, let's focus, there we go. You kind of split that seam right there and then put it all back together, right? Okay. In this car, he wanted to keep, let me see, I'll zoom out here. He wanted to keep the fold down rear seat. So the plastic panels need to have that much clearance. This is the this is the Quadrolink upper brace or upper whatever. It's part of the Quadrolink, right? So the DSE tub comes all the way to here, right? That doesn't work when you want to put this back in. This won't fit, that won't fit. You'll either have to custom make it or cut it out like most guys do to fit. But this guy wanted his rear seat, so where are my Cleco pliers? Oh my gosh, guys, bear with me because we're doing all kinds of crap in here today. All right. So this is the absolute minimum. Hold on, bear with me. That is the absolute minimum amount of material you need to take out of your DSE mini tub to make those two pieces of fiberglass fit. Even then, the way this one fits in, we'd still have to trim this piece a little bit. I mean, we're going to try to get something going where the floor kind of comes back around here, and then there might be this little lip. I don't know what we're going to do yet. But we're going to hammer and dolly out, and then, you know, run a wheel and all that, English wheel. And we're going to shape a piece to go inside here so he can still run that with mini tubs already in the car. But as you can see, so ride height in this car, the tire's probably about right there, right? It's probably an inch drooped right now. So ride height's right there. You are never going to have wheel travel all the way up to here. Just not going to happen, right? I mean, the car will hit the ground first. It's only got 5 inches of ground travel. So even at 5 inches, right, you don't need all this open space. You could probably, and in this case, we could have probably got away with a stock wheel can, slightly, you know, we would have modified it to take the QuadraLink. Anyways, and then a custom offset rim, because this is a custom offset rim, and it's 11.5 inches wide. And look at how much room you still have. So even when I put these panels in with that tire, I still have, I could have went another inch inboard, but then it would have been getting close, and we would have only had like maybe 3/4 of an inch on the inside before it would have hit something. Now, with a QuadraLink, it doesn't move around like a leaf spring car that doesn't have a panhard. You know, it's all on like spherical ends, sort of. So nothing's moving around. Anyways, we'll give you a quick look at the QuadraLink up in there. Now, that said, if you are going to do a full chassis car like these two right here, oh God, this place is a mess right now. You will probably, and these cars are low. This car's got a 3.5 inch ride height. And this is a 68 Bullet Tribute. Totally different front end. Obviously full chassis car, right? Even though it's got still rocker boxes and all that, you can see that the whole floor is up in the car a little bit, and the whole car is slammed down over the chassis. It doesn't even need this big of a wheel can. But whatever. I don't know why we did it that way. That's just what we decided to do. I could have went with a smaller wheel can. I couldn't have got away from the kick-up. The kick-up was going to have to stay that way, especially with the rocker coilovers. But let's see if I can get a look at this one real quick. Let's get on a creeper. So this one, it's got a push rod. You know, this is a full IRS car. So it's got a 9-inch Ford third member that sits here into 934 Porsche style. Drive flanges out to CVs and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, and you can see how it's a full frame car, right? So this chassis, these frame rails at ride height are only 3.5 inches off the ground. So this car is super, super low. So in this case, you need a big wheel can like this. And this car has a lot bigger tire than that car. Bigger brakes, bigger tires. This car has, I think, 355s on the back. So, all right. So food for thought, guys. When you're thinking about cutting up your cars to, you know, put mini tubs in just to get a bigger tire, you might not need to do that, because mini tubs are, you know, $3,500 to $5,500 to install. And even more if you're going to add a QuadraLink or something like that. So if you're just doing it, you know, like a show car, and you want to get a bigger tire into the car, you don't need to. You don't need to cut it all up like that. There's other ways to get in there and modify the car to make this all work. So just trying to save you some money, because, you know, a full custom set of wheels isn't going to cost as much as trying to get the whole seat to work and everything. Now, if you just want to do a fiberglass panel on the bottom and put the wheel tubs in, that's kind of cool too, you know, like a Shelby would have came with. So all right, that is all for today, guys. Like, subscribe, comments, that kind of stuff. And pretty soon we'll get on that Boss 302 tribute and talk about that pretty soon. It's gonna have a Formula One DFV Cosworth in it.